This video is going to look at how to add mixed numbers. So we're going to look at two different methods. In method 1, we're going to add fractions, then add the wholes. So our example here, we've got 2 1/3 plus 1 1/4. And we're going to add those fractions up first. So we're going to look at just this fraction part. I'm going to rewrite them down here. 1/3 plus 1/4. So to add two fractions together, we need to have the same denominator. Since these don't have the same denominator, we're going to have to find a common denominator. So over here I've written out my multiples. I'm going to find the lowest common multiple between 3 and 4. So I'm going to look at all my multiples of 3 and my multiples of 4, and I'm going to circle the one that they share. That's the smallest. Okay. So if I kept writing more and more multiples out, I eventually would find more that they share, but I want to use the smallest one. So my smallest one is 12. So to get from 3 to 12, I have to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm multiplying by 4. And to get from 4 to 12, I'm multiplying by 1, 2, 3. So we'll go back to our fractions over here. For 3, we had to multiply by 4 to get up to 12. So we'll say times 4 times 4. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top as well. And for 4, we had to multiply by 3. So we'll multiply by 3 here and by 3 here. So these fractions now are going to become 1 times 4 gives us 4. 3 times 4 gives us 12. So 4 twelfths plus 1 times 3 gives us 3. And 4 times 3 gives us 12. Okay, so that becomes 4 twelfths plus 3 twelfths, which equals 7 twelfths. Okay, so that's adding up our fractions. Now we're going to add the wholes. So we have 2 wholes here and 1 whole here. So I've got 2 plus 1. So that gives me 3 wholes. Okay, now we can take that 7 twelfths over here and our 3 wholes. We can say we have 3 and 7 twelfths. Okay, so that's method 1. Now we are going to look at method 2, which is to convert to improper fractions. So in this method, I'm going to convert both of these mixed numbers into improper fractions, then I'm going to add them together. So first things first, I'm going to convert these to improper fractions. So I'm going to do 2 wholes times 3 pieces per whole. So 2 times 3 would give me 6, and then I add on this 1 on top. So 6 plus 1 gives me 7, and I keep my denominator the same. So 7/3. For this one here, I do 1 whole times 4 pieces per whole, which gives me 4, and then I add on this extra piece here. So I have 5, and I keep my denominator the same, 5/4. So since these have different denominators and we want to add them together, we need to find a common denominator. So I'm just going to look back up on my page and see that my common denominator is 12. So for this guy, we had to multiply by 4, which means we do the same on top. And over here, we had to multiply by 3, so we do the same on top. So I can now rewrite these fractions as 28 over 12 plus 15 over 12. So I'm going to perform that addition, 28 plus 15. So I end up with 43 over 12. And I want to be able to write my answer as a mixed number here, so I'm going to see how many times 12 goes into 43. So I know that it goes in 3 times, which makes 36. I'm going to see what's left over. So it goes in 3 times, and I have 7 left over. So 7 twelfths. So we end up getting the same answer with both methods, and you can choose whichever method makes the most sense to you.